Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Credible Epaulets. I know many of you were waiting for my next video, so here it is. I'm really sorry for posting after so long. Actually, I came back from United States in July and then I was in quarantine and then I was busy submitting my documents to DGCA for my issuance of my commercial pilot license and stuff. Anyways, let's get back to the topic. So today we're gonna talk about how do pilots check weather. This is what I have been taught by my instructors in United States, and this is how we used to check weather before our cross countries and each flight before going. Let's open Safari and type sky vector. So this is my home airport where I used to do my training. This is Kilo Tango Mike Bravo, which is Tamiami Airport, and my most of the cross country was to the Kilo Papa Golf Delta, which is Punta Goda. So this 113 nautical mile is the distance from here to here. 319 degrees means if you go from here to here on a track of 319, you will reach here directly. So this is the direct track from here to here, which is 319 degrees. And this, as I already told you, that 113 nautical mile is the distance from here to here. So we just used to build this before every cross country. So now let's go to layers and click on MRMS weather radar. Now you can see the precipitation areas and where the weather is not good. So you can see here, here and here, and even you can, if you click this play button, you can see the movement of this area as well. So in our route there is no significant weather condition as of now. So let's go to the next step.
Audio Jungle.
So after looking sky vector, we'll go to AWC, which is Aviation Weather Center, and then firstly we'll go to winds and temperature. After this we go to W2T data, and then we'll change to Southeast Miami. I'll just zoom it. So let's check. The data is based on 17, which is 17th 0000 Zulu. Zulu means UTC time. So valid till 17th 0600 Zulu, and then we'll find Miami. So at 3000 feet, Miami winds are 260 at 05 knots. Remember, you always have to add a 0 after first two digits because direction is always in 3 digits. So supposingly it's easterly direction, so you will say 090 to make it a 3 digit. Let's take another example. So in this case, which MLB, which is Melbourne Airport, 270 at 07 knots. In this airport, 350 at 06 knots. So this is how you add a 0 after first two digit and then say the winds. Now let's check at 6000 feet. Miami winds are at 6000. Miami winds 9900, which means light and variable. This is a code for light and variable, and this plus 17 is the temperature at 6000 feet. At 9000 feet also it is 9900, which means light and variable, and temperature is plus 12. So I would preferably go to my destination between 6000 and 9000 feet because winds are light and variable. So after looking winds, we go to proc charts and we scroll down to surface plot, and then we can see the surface analysis chart. This is the validity, the date and the time. So here this is the legend which says cold, occluded, trough, warm, stationary. So this is a cold front. As you can see, this is blue and this is a cold front. This is a warm front. This gray line is isobar, which is the line joining of equal pressure. This is a low pressure area. This is a high pressure area. This orange line is a trough, which is elongated low pressure area. I know it's kind of difficult for you guys to understand fronts, pressure and weather types. If you want me to explain it in a detailed way, you can comment below and I'll make another video for it and explain it. Our airport is somewhere here, so there is no cold front, no trough, no high pressure or low pressure area, so we are clear of it. And even you can look the prognostic charts for days ahead of it. You place thumbs and you can see the days, and you can see it till 23rd of August. Let's click on 17th of August. So in this case, this is a thunderstorm area. As you can see it here, this grid. This dark green color shows the rain, which is likely, and this is chances. So you can refer the legends and always check the weather. So on 17th of August, it doesn't show good right now here. So after checking this, we go to TAF. TAF is basically Terminal Airdrome Forecast. It tells the weather of airport within the radius of 5 statute miles, which is approximately 8 kilometers. It is issued at least 4 times in a day and also predict the upcoming weather. And as you can see, there is also a METAR. METAR stands for Meteorological Terminal Aviation Routine Weather Reports. It is refreshed every hour and it also included in the ATIS. Airport ID, which is Kilo Tango Mike Bravo, and then we type Kilo Papa Golf Delta, and then we will do included METAR and get TAF data. So let's zoom it. So date is here. This is a METAR and this is a METAR of our destination airport. So this is Kilo Tango Mike Bravo, which is the airport identifier. This 17 is the date, which is 17th of August, and 0653 Zulu is the time which it was issued. This auto means automatic weather report. So winds are 000 degrees 00 knots, so winds are calm. This 10 is visibility, 10 statute mile is the visibility. This is sky is clear. This 28 is the temperature and 24 is the dew point. Altimeter is 2996, and as you can see, this is the accurate temperature. So here it is 28 degrees Celsius, but here the accurate temperature is 27.8 degrees Celsius and dew point is 24.4. So this is the accurate temperature and the dew point. This is sea level pressure, which is 143. Now let's go to TAF, Kilo Tango Mike Bravo. issued on 17th 0537 Zulu. From 1706 Zulu till 18th 06 Zulu, winds are variable at 4 knot, which is wind direction is not specified, it is variable, and wind speed is 4 knots. Visibility is plus 6 statute mile. This P stands for plus. So few clouds are at 4000, scattered clouds are at 25,000 feet. So the second line, 17th 1600 Zulu, winds are 190 at 09 knots. Visibility is plus 6 statute miles. Vicinity thunder showers, which is not good. Scattered at 2500 feet. CB is cumulonimbus clouds, which is not good. Broken at 5000 feet. From 18th, which is the date 18th of August 0200, time variable at 4 knots plus 6 statute miles. Visibility few at 3000 feet, scattered at 5000 feet. You guys must be wondering what is few, what is scattered, what is broken in clouds. So I'll explain you with an image. So as you can see in this image, imagine the sky is divided into 8 equal halves and there is no cloud in any of the half, so it is called sky cleared. In the second case, imagine there is 1 or 2 portion of a sky is covered with clouds, so it is called few clouds. Imagine this is 3 or 4 covered with the clouds, so it will call scattered clouds. Then 5 to 7 will be called broken, and if all 8 are covered with this clouds, it will call overcast. I hope now you got an idea of few, scattered, broken and overcast clouds. So similarly, this is for Kilo Papa Golf Delta. I won't decode it. I want you guys to decode it in the comment section. So I want you to decode it and comment below in the comment sections. After all this, I used to go to tools and go to GFA tool. After opening GFA tools, we go to our airport, which is Kilo Tango Mike Bravo. This is the wind direction, so winds are coming approximately at 360, and this is the wind speed, which is approximately 5 knots. This number is the visibility, which is 6 statute miles, and this green means VFR, and this means it is scattered clouds here and VFR conditions. There is no area for thunderstorm or severe. As we can see here, there is nothing. Same with the Kilo Papa Golf Delta. Then we go to ceilings and visibility. Ceiling is lowest layer of clouds, which is broken or overcast. After opening ceilings and visibility, you can see these symbols. If you don't know the meaning of these symbols, you can always refer a legend. Click on weather symbols and you will find these symbols here. You don't need to learn all these, but you have to know where to find it and how to check them. So after looking this, the ceilings and visibility looks good because it's white. I'll show you an area of bad visibility and ceiling. Like here you can see visibility is not good and ceiling is not good. In this area, visibilities are more than 5 statute miles. If the visibility is less than 5, then it would be represented by these color. Let me just give you an example. Like in this region, the ceilings are between 3 to 4. After looking ceilings and visibility, we go to clouds. You can see scattered few at 3000. In this way, overcast at 2900 feet and tops go to 7000 feet. And this is the cloud base. As you can see the color representation. This tells about the clouds in your route, and even you can change the time also, at what time you want. After that you go to PCPN weather, which tells you about the rain, snow, mix, ice and thunderstorm activities in your region. Similarly, you can change the time from here. Then we go to thunder showers. This is the area of Nimbus. This is isolated, so this tells about the coverage and everything. And then again you can see the weather symbols if you don't know. Then you go to winds. You go to, supposingly we chose 6,000 feet, so you go to 6,000 and see winds are negligible in this region. So this is the wind speed color coding. From 0 to 10 the color would be this, from 10 to 20 knots the color would be this, and then so on. See this area shows winds between 20 to 30 knots. You can again change the time. Then you go to turbulence. 6,000 feet there is less than light turbulence. Like, I don't know if you guys can see the little bluish area here. This have little more. This is a light turbulence like this. And then you go to icing condition, just to verify. Florida doesn't have icing condition, but still you have to verify it. So there is no icing condition as of now. After looking all this weather, then you have to write it down on a piece of paper, and you have to call FSS, which is Flight Service Station, and ask them weather on call. And then you have to decide if you want to go for a flight or you have to cancel because of weather. Now that we have checked the weather, I want you guys to tell me if you will go for the flight or not. Do comments below in this comment section. Thanks for watching my video. See you in the next video. I hope you like this video.